We are back for another edition of our weekly Friday market update. Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you had a great time. I'd love to actually hear you. What are your New Year's resolutions? If this is your first time here, or if you're returning, as a recap, every Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific time, I go over what is going on with the market, what are some interesting news articles that I want to share, and we will also see the data itself so that you can be best prepared as you go through this journey. We got not a lot to cover, actually. I apologize. It's a little bit slower from the news perspective, but of course this is an interactive show. So if you or anyone you know has any questions about the real estate market and what is going on in and out of the Bay Area, please do reach out by simply messaging me direct. And my text number is below at 408-547-4590, or leave it in the comments in my social media channels, and I will love to help you every step of the way. So let's talk about some of the headline articles of the week. And this has been going on for the really since the holidays. There is no holiday discounts in Bay Area real estate as quote unquote insane market continues. Median price for a single family home in the Bay Area hit $1.15 million in November. So anytime whenever you see this, you want to say, okay, well, is this a clickbait article or did things actually continue to increase during the holidays? I'm going to give you a sneak peek because I want to address this right in the beginning and cut all the kind of BS that you may be hearing. Generally, we do see aspects of seasonality when it comes to the December timeframe. And quite frankly, as you will see, most places did actually decline during the December timeframe. You can see San Mateo County has actually declined. November was a very hot month, very strong, but you can see December figures were significantly lower. Santa Clara is one of the only markets that had continued to increase. So this is the relatively unique one out of the bunch, but something to be mindful of here. Alameda County, same result, actually declined in terms of the market. San Francisco declined. Contra Costa County declined. So be mindful when you see these clickbait articles. At the end of the day, it really depends on, one, are they just doing this for attention-grabbing headlines? Number two, this is November. November is not the holidays yet. And so a lot of these articles that you may see and you may read are super backdated, are not relevant to actually what is really happening with the Bay Area marketplace. So do not let that affect you, good or bad. Understand the data, understand what is actually happening, and making an informed decision from there. So just be mindful of that as you go look through it. The next article I want to bring up is San Jose Spotlight, major Silicon Valley developments to watch in 2022. So this is always very helpful because you want to know what is actually happening potentially around your home, good or bad. For example, Google Village is going to be a whole lot more potential traffic going in and out, but it will help actually diversify a little bit of Google's projects and their portfolios. Right? If you think about Google, they have massive campuses in Mountain View, massive campuses also in Moffett Field in Sunnyvale, but also all around Sunnyvale. And so this will be a very large project, and hopefully it will start to begin. As you can see, there's been so much news about Google Village for a long time now, but the reality, as you can see, they haven't even started construction. They will probably start at the end of this year, if not early next year. So it'll be a while, and the project's expected to take at least a decade. So this is not like a fast project that you're going to all of a sudden see. So you're going to keep hearing this over and over again about the opportunity, about the good and bads of Google Village. Make no mistake, it's going to be a long while as things get ramped up. Quite frankly, there's a lot of faster developments in Moffett Field that people are not really seeing that has been going on for way faster than this. The unique part about this project is that it's a very big mixed use space with the city. That's why it has so much attention. But from a size and from an employment perspective, like I said, Moffett Field, just drive by there, you'll see how many buildings keep getting construction. They're not as attractive for the outside people because there's no residential there. But this one gets all the headline articles mainly because of a lot of developments, a lot of investments, but also changing it together with the city. So that itself is pretty new. Cambrian Park Plaza makeover. So Cambrian Village, Cambrian Park Plaza is a pretty old commercial spot, which will be going under development. A lot of the new developments that you will see will typically be more of a mixed use space. That's going to be very common, right? Because it's good use of space. Bottom level could be some sort of restaurant, not usually restaurant, but maybe like a grocery store, some sort of retail, maybe a restaurant on the side, and then there'll be a lot of density of housing over on top. So it'll be cool to see. You can see construction isn't expected to be completed until 2026. See how slow things are in the Bay Area? See how long things take? This is a project that happened, let's see, been in development in the works in 2017, and it'll take you 10 years to build. What is this? 400 homes? Right? So this is the problem. Why does Bay Area prices keep going up? It takes them 10 years to develop 400 homes. Like how would you ever get across or fix these issues when that's how long it takes us to do these projects, right? Here's another one: mixed housing and farming, Agri-Hood, first of its kind project combining housing with a large urban farm, broke ground this summer in Santa Clara. It's a pretty big space there. If you haven't, drive by it. It's right across from the Westfield Valley Fair section. It's going to be interesting, right? There's going to be some mixed income apartments. So that means there's going to be some BMR, below market rate. You'll see some low income, and you'll see some senior and veterans. This is very unique, not just unique of the urban farm. That's definitely unique too, but the aspect of this kind of development from a builder. So very, very interesting. Agri-Hood has the capacity to meet 10% of Santa Clara's target for low-income housing. So really interesting to see. And there's going to be a lot of these. So I would encourage, the link will be in the details below. So feel free to take a look at all these different projects. It's good for you to know like what is actually happening, what are slated, and really, honestly, how long it would take. But very insightful to know of all these different projects that are happening. It'll hopefully help you make a better and a more informed decision. Let's take a look at the data itself. So we had a quick sneak peek earlier about where are prices actually trending. I suspect we're going to have another strong year, but there is some aspects of seasonality depending on the area. But let's take a look at what has been going on. You can see new listings, 93 new listings this week. That is a lot. That is more than definitely more than the last 2 weeks combined, but arguably close to what we had, even higher than pre-holiday season. So it's going to continue to ramp up. So that's good news. Prices, as you can see, has had actually a modest decline, a decent decline from November, but a modest decline from the previous months. Condos and townhomes, same result. Santa Clara, 234 new listings. As you can see from the previous weeks, more than 2 weeks combined. Still not the same as it was pre-holidays. But as I mentioned, as the weeks goes on, we should see more. Santa Clara County is the only county that has continued to increase in prices as the weeks have progressed and during the holidays. So that's the only area that you will see from the data perspective that there has been no decline. Condos and townhomes, similar results, continue to increase. Santa Clara County has continued to do extremely well. Look at Alameda County, 207 new listings, 106 contingent pending. You can see prices have actually continued to be declining over the months. So just be mindful of that. It's the sale price has been declining. Do not be mistaken over list price to sale price. A lot of my clients still continue to get misinformed and have false expectations. But you can see sale price has been declining. So anyone that has been discouraged, it's arguably a good time, especially as interest rates are certainly increasing. Even this week myself, I've seen it tick up quite a bit in the last few days. So be mindful of that. Your cost to borrow will be higher as the weeks, months goes on. Lastly, let's take a look at San Francisco. Single family prices, as you can see, have been declining since the peak of June. But condos, on the other hand, very different story. December was a very strong month, actually arguably some of the highest it has been all year round. So a lot of people have been returning back to the condo market. It's been I've personally seen it just gets gobbled up depending on if the right buyer is interested. And as we do all know, if San Francisco continues to be the spot for generally younger individuals, more transit individuals, those that want that kind of lifestyle, that social lifestyle, continues to be the spot. And so we will continue to likely see this progress as the months goes on. Last but not least, let's wrap up with Contra Costa County. You can see the last couple of months have been very flat, very predictable. The high of the May timeframe is over. It's been very predictable to understand what prices have and will go for. Condos and townhomes, similar result, has been declining since. So I hope that gives you a sense as to what is actually happening with the local real estate market. you can see there, for many places, there's actually been decline. So contrary to that very first article, it's not as competitive as you may think. Nevertheless, it does catch a lot of headline articles and it does allow me to present it. But I also wanted you to see what has been going on with the local market so that you can see for yourself. Hopefully in 2022, real estate is one of your goals. If it is, I would love to connect and go over a game plan. You can reach out to me via text below or send me a direct message in any of my social media channels. My number, as you can see below, is 408-547-4590. In or out of the Bay Area, let me know. And I have a cool Dubai property tour that I'll be releasing over the next couple of weeks. I think you'll enjoy it. Very different market out there for various reasons. But hit me up if you have anybody that might be considering an investment property in Dubai. No income tax, no sales tax, no property tax, no capital gains tax. It's a wild place. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.